We back, y'all. Hello, Annette. How are you?
I am awesome. Glad to be back. Yes, I
Glad to
am.
be back. We're so glad to be back, y'all. Listen, it's been a minute. I know we've been a little out of commission,
Yeah.
but we are back. Hello to our movers. We hope that you all are okay. We hope you didn't miss us too much, but we back, y'all. We back, y'all. Hello. Thank you so much for tuning in. We just want to say hello. You've tuned in to Movement Worldwide. You tuned into Can We Talk? Brought to you by Movement Worldwide. We are a motivational organization there to educate minds, empower, nurture, and transform. We are a move meant to move. Yes, we are a move meant to move, helping others thrust into their purpose to live the best version of themselves and win. We've tapped into some winning information. We have some winners resources. We're seated at the winners table, and we invite you to sit right along with us, right, Annette?
Yes, that is so correct. Even though we hadn't been here for a day or so, we still have the same seats. And actually, our prayers tonight that we fill them all up. And when those get filled up, we'll bring out some more. We thank you for sharing with us and being with us. I'm excited to be back with you guys tonight.
Yes, we're excited to be back. Listen, we've been out of commission. Sometimes you just have to take a break, and sometimes you
Sure
have to take
do.
vacation, which is what I did. I had to take a little vacation. So sometimes you have to do that. Oh, hey, my niece is on. Hello, Rashima. It's good to see you, beautiful.
Hiroshima.
Yes, Rashima's on with us tonight. Hello. Well, we are so glad to be back. Listen, we don't when we're gone, we're not gone for long, but we do realize that our little people be looking for us, and when they don't see us, they're like, wait a minute, where y'all at? Well, we want y'all to go and tell everybody else that we're back. We're back on tonight. We have a great conversation lined up. We've got some things to discuss. We got some things. Listen, y'all already know if you took a peek at our at our thumbnail, you already know it's going to kind of be going on tonight. So please, right now, we want you to do a few things before we get started with our conversation. You're tuned in to this great conversation we have each and every Wednesday night at 7 p.m., where we like to come to you with some great information, some tools, some encouragement, some empowerment, and all that good stuff. Listen, and we like to say, Annette said that the table is ready. We like to say, like the saints used to say back in the day, come where the table is spread and the feast of the Lord is what, in it?
Going on.
The feast is going on, and it's definitely going on here. But before we get started with our conversation, we want to ask you that you do a few things for us. The video that you're watching is either on Facebook or YouTube. We ask that you please share it to your page. You can actually click that share link. You can share it to your page. You can share it in DM. You can share it with your family and friends. But we ask that you hit a thumbs up, hit that like button, subscribe, all those good things to all of our pages. You can like our Facebook page. You can join our Facebook group. You can also subscribe to our YouTube page. So subscribe, like, hit the thumbs up, the heart, whatever it is, whatever you want, whatever kind of love you want to show to us, hit that thumbs up, hit that heart button, and share. You can click that little arrow. Like I said, you can share it to your DM. You can share it in your, you can actually click on the link on your YouTube page, and you can share it as a text message, as a WhatsApp, or in your email. So in any way you can share it, we're going to ask that you share it tonight. Let everybody know Anita and Annette are on. It's about to be on and popping. Y'all know that we don't hold nothing back. And then, we're a little bold, aren't we?
Yes, we are. We're not scared.
I think we're a little bold. We're a little bold. We don't hold anything back. When we got something to say, we just say it. And I know y'all know that about my partner. She might be a little timid. Well, I ain't want to say timid, a little quiet looking and timid looking on the outside, but don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. I'm here to tell you. That sister right there ain't nothing to play with. And those of you who know her, you know that I'm telling the truth. So please, ma'am, please, sir, subscribe, like, and share. The other thing that you can do is you can sow a seed. We are a nonprofit organization. Every seed that you sow into this ministry, we always pray that it returns to you 100-fold. You can sow via Cash App. Our Cash App is $Movement Worldwide. Or you can Zelle us. Our Zelle is info@movementworldwide.org. Or you can opt to become a patron, come into a monthly covenant seed with it. You know what, Annette? They ask great questions.
Yes, they do.
incredible? Every single week, y'all ask the most incredible questions ever. How do you become a patron? Well, that's very easy. What you do is, bam, go to our website. Our website is movementworldwide.org. Go to our website. Click on the red button that says become a patron. It will take you to a site called patreon.com where you can set up your account and you can set your amount. We ask for $12 a month. That's 40 cents a day, just $2.80 a week. That's one drink at one restaurant per week. Now, y'all know y'all having lunch about 4 or 5 times a week. So one of those restaurant outings, please, ma'am, please, sir, so that $3 into Movement Worldwide each week. And that adds up to $12. So that's how you become a patron. So you can sow a seed 3 ways: Cash App, you can sow via Zelle, and you can sow by becoming a patron. The other thing that you can do is everywhere you see that globe above Annette's head, that acronym for movement, that is us. Follow us on all social media platforms. That's Movement Worldwide. And you can also email us your thoughts, views, comments, praise reports, prayer requests, topic ideas, and everything to info@movementworldwide.org. Now, without further ado, we're going to go into our conversation. Are you ready to have this conversation? Are you ready to have this conversation, Annette?
Yes, I am excited.
I think I'm ready to have this conversation. Are y'all ready to have this conversation, movers? I think the movers are ready to have this conversation, Annette. I think the movers are ready. So let's get ready to have this conversation. We want to have a great conversation with you tonight. We start off our conversation, as we tell you so often, we started off with the idioms and phrases, those quotes, those things, all of those things that just make you go, like, really? Like, what? Like, yeah, we stole that from Arsenio Hall. You know, some of y'all probably saying, who is Arsenio Hall? Just like that. Exactly. So that's why we took it. So we like to do the things that make you go, those idioms and phrases. And we have a name for that. It's called our transformational topic. And it's saying, That's what we're going into now. Those things that make you go, So our topic on tonight for our transformational topic is a very interesting one. And in choosing our transformational topic, I was like, you know what? I want to deal with something that I know a lot of times people do, and we talk about it sometimes, but probably not from this perspective. So, and that's what I love about, encouragement, empowerment, and the Word of God is that it can come from so many different perspectives. So our topic tonight is winners never lose, quitters never win. Winners never lose, quitters never win. This quote inspires people to persevere in the face of challenges, adversities, trials, tribulations, with storms, whatever you want to call them. But nobody in this world is going to be without challenge. Everything that you do, you're going to face some type of challenge. You might have the most wonderful setup. I mean, the business plan is perfect. All of your stuff is just on cue. Everything is ready. Everything is right. There's nothing could go wrong, right? Right. And at the last minute, all goes wrong. You're like, what? You didn't even see it coming. I mean, everything just becomes a shambled mess. And that happens all the time. I see people who plan their weddings, and their weddings are like perfectly planned, and then all of a sudden, boom, everything just falls apart and crumbles. So you never know, but we all face challenges. And the message is simple yet powerful. Those who persist in pursuing their goals are more likely to achieve success, while those who give up will likely never reach their full potential. Life can hit you hard. And sometimes you get knocked down when you didn't see it coming. Some blows can bring you to your knees. And when this happens, it's not about how hard you get hit. It's about how hard you can get hit, but still find the strength to keep moving forward. So instead of looking at the blow like, okay, I got hit hard, but guess what? Boom, I bounced back up. Remember the weevils wobble, but they don't fall down? Bend those things down, they pop right back up. And that's what we have to be. We have to be like that. Walt Disney said it this way: around here, we don't look backwards for very long. We keep moving forward, opening up new doors and doing new things. And that's much like life. Life is that way. Just because something doesn't work anymore doesn't mean that life is over. No, it means that you have exhausted it and it's time to move forward because there are new doors opening and new things on the horizon. You just have to get the Kim anointing and keep it moving. Faithfulness and diligence are not the same thing. Faithfulness is to be established, reliable, and to keep doing what you're doing. Faithfulness is staying in the same place. Diligence, however, is taking the one step at a time to where you need to be. Diligence is persistence in the face of opposition. You can have a lot of faith. And sometimes we'll have faith. We know that God can, but the Bible says that faith without works is dead. We don't have the diligence and the persistence to persevere. Diligence is striving towards the goal no matter how far off it might seem to be. Diligence means that you're going to pursue forward and you're going to press ahead and you're going to turn the vision that God has put in your heart into reality. That's what diligence is. You can have the faith, but you got to have the work to go with it, because the only way that you're going to have diligence is that you put work behind your faith. So I want to give you 5 steps to keep moving forward. How do I keep moving, Pastor Anita? Well, I'm glad you asked the question. You know, Annette, they ask great questions. I'm glad you asked the question, how to keep moving forward. Well, there's a few things. Hello, Prophetess Sharon Elaine Green. So glad to see you join us tonight. And Connie, so glad to see you join us tonight. Well, I want to tell you about 5 little things, and then I'm going to move on to the side. Number 1 is forget regret. Leave your mistakes and regret in the past. Why? Because they don't define you. Give yourself the gift of forgiveness and keep moving forward. You have got to forget regret. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. If I would have done this, and oh, it was so good back then. And I remember back in the day, ooh, child, I used to be so skinny. Let it go, honey. Give the clothes away.
Amen. Yeah, let it go.
Because it's a new skinny coming. And listen, and here's the thing I've learned, a very hard lesson about losing weight. The new skinny ain't like the old skinny.
No.
The old skinny was different. When you get that new skinny on, that new skinny come with a whole lot of extra things like loose skin and a little baggage here, there, and everywhere. Boy, you got some bulges you didn't have before the skinny became fat. And then when the fat becomes skinny again, it's like, wait a minute, where did the stomach come from? Where that pooch came from? Where did this came from? It came with it came with the fat and got left behind in the new skinny as a reminder. I think that's a reminder in that, a reminder not to go back. But the thing is, a lot of, when we go into a new place, when we go into our new, it's like, we think that things are going to be just like they were before. No, it means new. The prototype you were using no longer works, and God is moving you to a whole new dimension. So you have a new shift. You're in a new prototype. Things are new. That's why it's called new. So you have to go to the new place and leave the old place behind. You got to leave it behind, good people, because you ain't there no more. So the second thing you do is learn from failure. Learning from failure and having regret are 2 separate things. Often when you are removed from a situation, you can look at it more objectively and learn from it, which will allow you to make better choices in the future. So you have to learn from it. And I always say fail forward, because your failure is not final. It's just an event. It's just something that happened in that moment, but you can move past it. Another thing is ask for help. You are not alone in this. Why do we think we're alone, Annette?
I don't know.
Why is it that we think that we're alone? We're the only ones to ever go through a divorce. We're the only ones to ever have, lose a job. We're the only one. Like, you don't know what it's like. I may not know your situation, but guess what? I've been where you are. And even though I don't know it from your perspective, like your divorce and my divorce might be two different divorces, and what affects you may affect me differently. But in the meantime, it doesn't mean that I don't understand it. It means that, and the thing is, you're not the only one who has gone through it, which means that you can learn from others and others can learn from you. So everybody type that in. You are not alone. I had to type it in myself. Type in, you are not alone, because I want people to understand that they're not the only ones. And when you realize that, you can learn from those failures, from the things that you experience, you can learn from them and then move to the next place. I see y'all with the comments. I'm gonna get off them. I'm gonna let Annette do it, because sometimes I'll be interrupting her. So you are not
Mhm.
alone. Thank you for typing in the comment. You are not alone. And let other people see that they can actually share in this misery with you. Like, wow, I'm not the only one. So I can ask for help. I can go to the elders of the church. And trust me now, you be careful who you ask. Make sure you got the right type of people that you're asking for help, not just random folk. But pray about it and get those one or two or three people that you know that you can confide in. And they're there. You just have to ask for help. And the other thing that you have to do is trust. Not only trust the people, but trust that God knows what he's doing, and hold on to Romans 28. And we know that all things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are called according to his purpose. So we have to, what is it that we have to do? We have to forget regret. We have to learn from failure. We have to ask for help. We have to trust. And the last thing is keep the faith. A strong belief in something without proof or evidence. That is what faith is. And when you're tried and beaten, the one thing that tells you to keep going, to get up tomorrow and to keep moving forward is your faith. So honor your faith and treasure your faith, because it gives you energy and hope. Without it, we can't do what we need to do. Now, there's a passage of scripture I want to read into your hearing, and this is very different. There's one, and I'm going to read it in the King James, and then I'm going to read it in the Message Bible. It's amazing the way the Message Bible translated it, because it was actually dealing with money, and it was Proverbs 13:11. It says, "Wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished, but he that gathereth by labor shall increase." So when you get things the easy way, it goes. But when you
Mhm.
labor and when you put forth the effort and you put that work in and you're tried through the fire, those are the things that last. That quick thing, that easy money, that get rich quick stuff, it never lasts. It always diminishes. But that hard work, that diligence, that is what lasts. Now, the Message Bible said it this way, and that it said, "Easy come, easy go, but steady diligence pays off."
I
I
like that.
that translation. That was so profound to me. So I like to take a word. Y'all know I like to deal with a word from our topic, something that has to do with our topic. Hello, Francesco. Something that has to do with our topic, surrounding our topic, or in our topic. So the word that I chose tonight, and I like to deal with the verb from a transitive and intransitive tense. A transitive verb needs an object to make sense, and an intransitive verb makes sense without an object. So tonight I chose as my verb when. When, the transitive tense, means to obtain by work or to earn. You got to earn that thing. The intransitive tense means to gain the victory in a contest or to succeed. So you're going to earn and you're going to succeed because you have worked, and because you've worked, you have the victory. That is what it means to win. So
Amen.
I want you to know that as long as you stay in the game, if you stay the course, the winners never lose. Because even if you don't get what you think you're supposed to get, because I want you to understand this now. And even though things might not turn out the way you think they're supposed to turn out, all things work together for good of them who love the Lord, and those who are called according to his purpose. You're still a winner. But if you quit, if you throw in the towel, you will never, ever receive what God has for you. A quitter gets nothing. You are not going to win anything. You're just going to be sitting right there where you threw in the towel. But the race is not given to the swift nor to the strong, but to the one who endures to the end. Your endurance, your diligence, your persistence, your perseverance, that is what's going to get you that victory. So
Yeah.
stay in the race. Don't give up. Whatever it is, whatever the business idea is, whatever the ministry is, whatever the relationship, whatever the problems that you're having, stay the course. Make sure that you're hearing God, stay the course, and know that the only way you're going to win is if you stay in the race. And that is our transformational topic. Your
Amen.
thoughts?
A couple things. I love the quote by Walt Disney, who said, "Around here, we don't look backwards for very long." And it reminded me of, you say you have your 2-day rule.
That's
After
it.
that, time to keep going. We keep moving forward, opening up new doors and doing new things. I love what he said. Now, when I looked at your 5 points, I'm just going to pull one word, and this can pertain to your Christian life, your everyday life, uh, whatever you're going to do. First is forget, learn. You have to forget,
Mm-hmm.
learn, ask, trust, and keep. You got
Mm.
to forget things. And while you're
Mm-hmm.
forgetting certain things, you're still learning. And while you're learning, don't be too proud not to ask. And while you're asking, get in the word and learn how to trust. and then keep. God is a keeper if you want to be kept. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I wanted to share. So
Mm-hmm.
this was very powerful, that we're not quitters. And don't let anybody ever tell you that you can't make it, you can't persevere,
Mm-hmm.
you can't overcome. I am the poster child for a person who would try to the end of time. I'm not a
Amen.
quitter. I may get
Mm-hmm.
frustrated, but I'm not a quitter. I'm really not.
Mm-hmm.
I did quit where I quit the movement for about 2 seconds. That was a well, that was a different reason because I was frustrated
Uh-huh.
with some other stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep
You
listen.
are
If
frustrated with me, y'all.
yeah, listen, and I know people say this all the time, but if I survived, I wish I could just one of these days, man, he's just gonna just do a whole show on what we went through to get where we are, and it was
Mm-hmm.
not easy.
Mm-hmm.
Anita is fearless. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not necessarily fearless, but I won't quit. And sometimes it's good, even if you're a quitter, make sure that whoever attached to you is fearless, because you're a quitter, they're a quitter. Chances are y'all gonna quit.
Right.
So just know, yeah,
Right.
that was
Right.
good,
Right.
Nita.
Awesome.
Very good.
All righty. Well, that was our transformational topic. That's the first phase of our conversation that we have on Wednesday nights. And we hope that it transformed your way of thinking, transformed your life. Now we're going to shift gears. But before we do, it's time for our toast. If you have your Can We Talk mug, bring it out and let's go our toast. Bill.
Yeah,
Don't we look at
yeah.
this? That's Anita
Look
in
at
the
that.
midst.
Ow,
Look at that. Look
ow.
at that.
That's our goal. Oh yeah.
Ah,
It's
ah.
gonna come a day when we're gonna take a picture sitting at the table, baby, just like we sitting now.
Amen. Just like
It's
that. That
coming.
it's
Just
coming.
like that. You wait.
All
Let me
right.
see.
All right, good people. Is that we have had our first phase of our conversation, and we're so glad that you were able to indulge and enjoy and learn from it. Now we're going to shift gears. Before we do, we're going to go to our Annetteism, our quote from the quoteologist herself, our Annetteism. Hello, hello. She says, I only have Arizona. Hello, Shronda. How you doing, sweetheart? All my little nieces coming on tonight. I love y'all. So we're going to shift gears for just a minute. We're going to pause for a quote from the quoteologist herself, from Annette L. Anderson. We're going to have our Annetteism and let it encourage your heart. And when we come back, y'all don't want to go nowhere because, boy, let me tell you, that next topic is something else. So we'll be right back. We'll see you in about a minute and a half, something like that. See y'all in a minute.
Heard bad news the other day. It's gotta be a lie. My God, I had to ask myself why. The reason that this gentle soul had to die. He was one of a kind, funny, and a loving guy. Lord, could you grant him another day to try, to finish his dreams and visions on this side? The answer was no, so I prepared to say goodbye. I will truly miss you, young man. This I can't deny. Preparing for your service, all I could do was cry, knowing that God and He only will be able to supply me with the knowledge I will need to see you in the by and by. But for now, sir, take your wings and begin to fly. Taking flight, soaring like a beautiful butterfly. This is Annetteism's expressions. All right. This was written as a homage to my brother who died about a week before Christmas last year. So I felt compelled to really write about him. When you get to a point in life, anybody who ever lost someone, you'll get to the day that you don't cry anymore. And that was my homage to him. But we're going to move on. So tonight, I am going to do the power tool because Nita made me know she didn't. Anyway, I absolutely love to do the. I love the power tool. I was very reluctant at first because it seemed to be like overwhelming. And what the power tool has done for me, I know I'm very strong about where I feel, but what the power tool has done for me, it made me to look at me too. And I'm not just here looking at others, but it made me stop and say, wait a minute, young lady, you need to get yourself together in some areas too. So here we go. There are some matters and experiences that causes people to become hurt. I've been there. Fractured. I've been there. Broken spiritually. I've been there, and emotionally. God knows I've been there. But sometimes it just takes a conversation to mend a broken heart and spirit. I learned that through this walk through the power tool. In some cases, a band-aid won't do it. You need a power tool.
Power tool.
The power tool, like I said a few minutes ago, the power tool has been life altering for me, and it made me really look at some things and look at what some people doing. And I like to really share my opinion. I'm very strong, and I stand behind what I say. But tonight, I want to deal with Black women, the invisible warriors. We are sometimes it's almost like we don't matter in some cases. When the average person thinks of a Black person, they most often imagine a Black man, not a Black woman. The invisibility of Black women extends to the realm of social movements and politics. Have you ever heard or listened to Beyonce say "The Hero"? Well, if you haven't, you should. That's a song. That's a song that should be sung for Black women all over the world. We are constantly holding it down so much that we are burying ourselves. Sometimes we're so busy trying to pick up everybody else that we are down ourselves. We are drowning, yet we still pull people to the raft. We can barely get there ourselves, but we're there pulling them, trying to make sure our children, our husbands, our sons and other Black men and other Black women in some cases, we trying to get them there. But so often we are left alone. We are dying. Think about a Black woman in your life. How often do they rest? Do they even take rest? Anita can attest to this. She just came off rest, and she hasn't always been that way. But they sit still on weekends when there is nothing to do. They always find something to do. I even, you know what, y'all, I even feel guilty sometimes by not doing anything. So I'm so used to doing it, like I got to do this, and so I catch myself. I have to force myself even to sit down. Have you ever seen them cry freely? So many times we do not. We do cry, but there are other times when we don't always cry freely because we want to be the strong one. We want to be the strong one in the family. We want to be the ones that make a difference. If you have, what did you think when you saw a woman really break down? I'm not talking about that superficial cry. We cry about everything. I'm talking about that cry that comes from the essence of the soul, that from the belly, that cry. Black women go to work in emotional, mental, and even physical pain, but yet we keep smiling. There are times, and there were jokes that's being told, but we keep smiling. There are times I've heard some things, and I don't even know if people, especially men, really understand, but we keep smiling. I've even, because I'm on social media so much, I've seen how they diminish the Black woman. Listen, everybody don't twerk. Okay, and even the women who do, don't be so quick to judge them because we don't know them. Only God knows the heart. So what happens is so many times we lump us together, but we are all individuals. We cry in bathrooms because our tears, our pain is already invisible to most. When we come home, we're exhausted, but we still have to pretend because we're strong, like nothing's going on now. Everything's right, and we try to portray that everything is right. We do everything other than take care of ourselves. We're so busy wiping noses and cooking dinner, helping with the homework, but we miss out on us. We are not the priority. When was the last time you made yourself the priority? A Black woman who do not cry in public, we hold tears at least 85% of our adult life. And I can remember even raising my children. I didn't want my children to see me cry. I didn't want to display this image that I was a failure, and so I kept so much inside, and ended up I was in such a bad way that I almost had a nervous breakdown. I probably did, but some kind of way God got me through that. I don't always like to cry in front of people unless it's socially acceptable at funerals or something like that. I don't want nobody to see me sweat. Why? Because I'm conditioned to feel that crying is weakness. I have to learn to give myself permission to cry when somebody hurts me, when things are not going well, when I'm struggling. So many times we try to keep it inside because we don't want people to see our weaknesses, and we don't want to really even go to other women, because sometimes we can be so catty, and when somebody's really hurting, I had to learn to give myself permission to do something I see people do on cue, because my black woman tears are unfamiliar. A black woman, I feel, will be fine, be fine to you to death. Why? Because they're really going to listen. So if something happens, and say somebody dies, then at that time I could cry with you. I could understand. I know you're going through something. But when was the last time that I could sit with my sister and say, girl, I'm hurting? When was the last time I could share something about my husband? We don't trust anybody. We hold that inside. However, the truth is, there's so much power in release. There's so much healing in letting those learned oppression emotions go, those things that we've been taught as children. It's funny, when I was growing up, we were taught, well, they tried to teach me, it didn't work, to play with the dolls, and get the easy bake oven. So when I grew up, they were preparing you to become a wife. Not preparing you to be a CEO, going out to do great things. No, but what I used to do, I used to play with the Tonka truck because I wanted to play with trucks. I didn't want to play with dolls. I would play with the little Indian, your little plastic Indians, because even as a child, I didn't want to be that little girl with easy bake and all the bows in my hair. I just didn't want to do that. So I had to learn. Strength comes when we stop hiding ourselves. Let's leave the you should have said something behind. Let's leave the you should have said something performance in the past. Let's let it go. How many times do others silence us? How often are our voices eclipsed by someone else's privilege? Have a black woman's need been overlooked by your own? I have seen in the last year how some other black men talk about black women. I
Mm.
just have a problem with you, brothers. Even if there are some women who may not be doing the things that you think they should, be careful how you put your mouth on a woman, because remember, you got a black mama. Be careful how you got your black sisters. Be careful. Have a black woman needs been overlooked by your own? We as black women are holding the literal weight of the world. There are things that we just expected to do. Well, stop calling me strong as a way of describing me. I don't want to be strong. I don't want to always have to be the one that's standing in the gap. I don't always want to be the one that you come to. I don't always want to be the one that you cry on my shoulder. I am so much more than that. We are so much more than that, ladies. Check in on your black women in your life. Pick up the phone if you have not heard. You don't know the struggle that people go through. They are put on makeup and impeccable. They will wear $300, $400 shoes. I don't, because I ain't gonna pay $300 for shoes and get dirt on them. So if I pay $300 for a shoe, you could bet somebody going, I'm hiring 4 men to carry me around. That's just me. But just check on people because they dress a certain way, they look a certain way, they carry themselves a certain way. They got CEOs, they wear carrying pocketbooks worth mega dollars. I mean, and it looks like they got it together, but they raggedy. They raggedy. And we have learned how to hide behind I'm strong. We've learned how to hide behind I got this. We've learned how to do that. So check on the black women in your life. Understand that we are scared sometimes. Understand that we don't always have the answer. Understand, brothers, that we need you to have our back. When you get on social media, learn how to say something good about your black women. I'm not saying that we all are perfect, but we are perfect to God. He's just molding us into who we will eventually become. Be careful what you say about us. Stop taking other people, other minorities, and lift them above us. They're no different than us. Trust me when I tell you, they have the same insecurities. They have the same heartaches. They have the same disappointment. For some reason, you want to cut us down. I don't know. We are vulnerable. We are human, and we are tired. We are tired. And we want you to know that we are somebody. We are not what social media say we are. We are the invisible warriors. We the one that got your back. Baby, your mama at late at night when you were sleeping, she was up praying and laying hands on you, wiping your nose. Be careful how you speak on the Black woman. And finally, in my closing, I want to come from Psalm 139, 14 through 15. I praise you because I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. Black woman, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in the image, in the secret place, when I was woven together in the depths of the earth. Let me read that one more time. I praise you because I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know full well my frame was not hidden from you when I was made in the secret place. We was made in that same secret place as you were, brothers, when I was woven together in the depths of the earth. And that is my power tool for the night.
That's right. Well, you done said that tonight. More from Zion. And as Katie said, well said, Miss Annette. Well said. Looking. All the way from New York. All right. Well said, Miss Annette. And the thing is, as a Black woman, we are often, it's just expected for Black women to be strong and powerful in situations. Yeah. A lot of times people overlook the power that it takes to raise children alone, the power that it takes to get them. I mean, when I look at your life and then you raise your girls and you sent them off to school, you try to prepare them for life, and they became, very good women, successful women, and, off doing their own things, raising their families and, working incredible jobs and all kinds of stuff. So you have done, some of the things that people think that when you look at the situation that a person is in, you would think that they can't do it. But a Black woman will show you how to do it. A Black woman will show you how to put food on a table with nothing. A Black woman will show you. And you are right, truly invisible warriors, because we're sent out to battle, and sometimes without all of the warfare, without the gear, without the know-how. Anybody tell you what to do at your age, and that you started having your children and raising a family. Nobody told you. You had to learn it. You had to learn it. And guess what? And the thing is, when you look back over your life at the things that you were able to accomplish, some things that some people still have not, or left this world having never. So God is good, truly a warrior. Really, and my hat's off. Black girls rock 150%. And I know we usually save these for the topics, but I'm giving that a teams of applause.
Oh my God!
I'm giving it that too.
Oh my God!
But that was a great topic. Thank you so much for sharing that. Sometimes it's hard to hear conversations and hard to accept conversations, but guess what? It's the truth. And the Bible says, you shall know the truth, and the truth will make you what? Free. All righty, good people. Well, it's time to shift again. It's time for us to shift again. We're getting ready to go into the part that everybody likes. How they used to say with the offering. Now we get ready to go to the part of the service that everybody can play a part. Everybody can get a part of every part of the service. Why did they say that? I don't know. We said some of the darndest things in church. But now we get ready to go to the part that everybody likes. Everybody loves this part. I know it's my favorite for our topics. But before we do, we're going to pause for a commercial break. And after our commercial break, we're coming back. So don't go anywhere. Stay right where you are. And while we're going, share it with some people, because we still got some places to go. I have 3 of them, young women. Yes, you do, Ida. And you did a great job with your Black Girls Rock. Yes, they do. Come on, Ida. I got to give you this for your Black girls that rock, because they do. Love my So we're going to pause right now for our station identification. We'll be back for our tea time topics. Don't go anywhere. Share and let somebody know it's about to be going on. You don't want to miss what's about to happen. And we'll see you in just about 2 minutes, y'all. Okay? All right. We'll be right back. Love y'all.
Walk into your God-given destiny with power and conviction with Power Walk Sunday.
each and every Sunday at 10 a.m. live on multiple platforms.
Making sure that toxic relationship we came out of don't make us bitter, but make us better. Yes. And so you're looking for somebody good out there, but you're not good yourself.
Absolutely.
So the thing about it is working within yourself. When you go into the relationship as your best and they go into the relationship as their best, then you have a great relationship.
Welcome to another amazing episode of the TMC podcast.
As we continue to help you take your relationship from surviving to thriving.
TNT, that's Tuesday Night Talk with Annette L. Anderson, every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. live on multiple platforms. Go where you can soar. That's speak it, orated, articulated, and reverberated. When we eat well, we live well, and all will be well. Go to elbwell.com, join the journey, and take your life back. If you don't have your copy, get yours today at Amazon.com. That's Living Life One Quote at a Time by Annette L. Anderson. Helping us grow spiritually together. Tired of the fluff and puff of playing church? Ready to be a powerful vessel? Ready to work the word? Join Connie Green every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. And we're here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. live with Can We Talk? Your co-hosts, Annette L. Anderson and Anita Faye Wilson, with Tea Time Topics, where we discuss trending subjects and current events. You can also discuss these with your Can We Talk coffee mug. Email us at info@movementworldwide.org. They're $15, and that includes shipping. Make a donation via Cash App at $Movement Worldwide, or go to our website, click the Patron button, and sow a seed of $12 per month. That's 40 cents a day. Whatever the seed, it's greatly appreciated. Be sure to follow us on all platforms. Click the notification button, subscribe, like, and don't forget to share. It's that time. Tea Time Topics. It's time for Tea Time Topics. Tea Time Topics say what? Tea Time Topics say what? Say Tea Time Topics. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. I see you. Oh, girl. Oh, I see you took it down. All right, y'all. It's time for our favorite part of the show. It's our Tea Time Topics. We go from the news, we keep it light, but keep it real. We also deal with the stuff that they try to whitewash out of our history. The devil is a liar. But we like to keep it light, but keep it real. But guess what? We go there. And tonight, bam! We going there, y'all. And listen, because this was prepared last week, and it was like, wait a minute, this was too much to pass up. There was no way that we could let this go by. I had to add it to some of the topics are a little old from last week, but guess what? We're gonna deal with them anyway because we gotta have some fun. After a 2.5-year probe, a Fulton County grand jury has indicted former President Donald Trump and 18 others on charges related to efforts to overturn the results of the 2020 presidential election in Georgia. It marks the fourth indictment of the former president, who already faces federal charges in the special counsel's January 6th and classified documents probe, as well as the Manhattan DA's hush money case. Prior to Trump, no former or current president had ever been indicted. The sprawling 98-page Fulton County, Georgia indictment of former President Donald Trump and 18 other lists 41 counts related to alleged efforts to overturn the 2020 election. All 19 defendants are charged with violating Georgia's Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organizations, or RICO Act. Yes, RICO Act. And the remaining counts relate to an alleged variety of schemes. Did I say schemes? I said schemes. Did I say schemes? Yes, I said schemes. Because you know what? See, orange man. Sometimes we say orange man, sometimes we say peach man. But the thing is, yes, the remaining counts related to an alleged variety of schemes to keep Trump in office after he lost. Did I say lost? Yes, I said lost. After he lost the election. 30 additional unindicted alleged co-conspirators are mentioned in the indictment but not identified. The indictment contains charges ranging from intimidating a Fulton County election worker to submitting a fake slate of presidential electors to breaching election equipment. Some of those charged are familiar names, but others are less well known. Among those indicted were Trump's former personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, Mr. Black Tie Drip Man, and Trump's former chief of staff, Mark Meadows, who was walking around looking like somebody stole his bike. So this is where we are. Did you ever think you'd see it in this day and age, Annette?
Actually, no, I didn't think they would never indict him, but we saw all the stuff. He didn't hide when he committed crimes. We heard him telling the people to find some votes. We saw when all them people went to the White House, and trying to scheme. We heard about the fake electoral people. So it wasn't when they indicted him, I'm like, well, yeah, I saw it. He didn't hide. But see, this is what happened. Certain people you see now, even the Republicans who may not like him, gotta support him now because y'all vested, because y'all, at every hand you saved him, but you can't save him from this. So it's just listen, y'all. It's just a little red rag, and he got to pull it. So he gets to pull it. That's all I know to say.
What'd you say? He best to gets to pulling. He best to get to pulling. Man. Katie put up peaches and oranges, and I was like, "Is he a peach or an orange?" Or it's like it's hard to tell with all that concealer. Sometimes he looks peach, and sometimes he looks orange. But the thing is, I don't care what he looked like. He gonna be blending in with his jumpsuit.
Well, yeah.
Because at the end of the day, there's no way. I mean, when and the thing is, you ain't innocent of all of that. I'm completely innocent. I did absolutely nothing wrong. Now you want to, proclaim you did nothing wrong. And all of these people who went down that rabbit hole with them ought to feel real crunchy right now, because at the end of the day, you have to give an account by yourself. And the man told y'all, okay, to my little boy, the man told y'all before you ever went down that road, he warned y'all. What's his name? Michael something, the attorney.
Oh yeah.
He told y'all, don't be like me, because a lot of you guys are like me. You're standing up and standing in the gap for Trump. He would not do the same for you. He would not do the same for you. He said, don't be like me, because I'm going to prison because of the things that I did, and I stood by, and I stood with this man. So they didn't listen to him. And if I was them, I would go back and I would be like, huh. And then I'd be like, I would be humming like a hummingbird. You hear me?
Yeah.
I'd be like a canary.
It bothers me though whenever he get indicted, which has been a lot. What about Biden? But so in other words, y'all not saying he didn't do it, but you're saying why we're not putting as much emphasis on Biden, because Biden didn't do this. He did. It's never what about his son? Well, what about Trump children? Let's go there. Because there was a lot of nepotism going on and nobody said nothing.
A lot
of nepotism. Let's not go there. Whether you like him or not, there's just some things that he did and some things that he said and some stuff he got away with. But listen, we live in a time you're gonna reap what you sow. The only reason he won't reap it if he die, and I hope he don't. But that's just the principle. You reap what you sow. No, I don't want. I want him to be like, what's the name of Star Trek? I want him to live long and prosperous, and then go to jail. That's what I want, because you committed a crime. So, but he is innocent, But anyway,
that's what I give you, poor little fella. That's all you get from me.
I'm not even child. I ain't even upset about that. That's his business.
Oh, I ain't upset. But
I mean, I'm gonna watch it.
Listen, all it made me do is because they got yours.
Yeah, because your fellow Republicans can't save you.
At all.
like they did with the impeachment twice. Y'all know that man was guilty. You know he
Exactly.
was. We
Amen.
saw it. I'm like, are you peeing on me and telling me it's raining? I saw it. I said, oh well.
All right. Come on, fellas. Come on and take us to the next one.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
All righty.
It's raining.
Yeah, girl peeing on my feet. I see that puddle of water. Anyway, Texas A&M University reached a $1 million settlement in a lawsuit filed by a progressive Black professor. The college failed to hire with tenure after receiving objections from conservatives. Kathleen McElroy and Texas A&M announced a settlement on August the 3rd. The New York Times report that Texas A&M admitted to hiring McElroy to lead their journalism program at the university, but sought to delay her start date and change her contact following complaints from Republicans in the state about the professor. An investigation by Texas A&M Office of General Counsel found that Senior Vice President Susan Balabina and Department Head Hart Blayton noted their concerns following McElroy's job offer. Regarding the McElroy recruitment in early May 2023, Balabina received word that McElroy was going to be hired to lead a journalism program and that there were plans for a public announcement and a weekly meeting with banks. Balabina shared this news and indicated that there would likely be significant media coverage. After Balabina stated that she wanted the announcement of McElroy hiring to be held until after the adjournment of state legislation session, wow, Blayton replied that the university could receive negative coverage if we asked a famous Black journalist not to share her exciting decision with the world. On June 19, the professor was told that due to an administrative mistake, the position had been posted as a tenured position and would be reposted as a professor of practice position. The university told her she would have to reapply as a formality, which McElroy did on June 26. Her full faculty position was no longer, and she was instead offered a one-year contract with tenure. McElroy, who worked as an editor for the New York Times and led the journalism program at the University of Texas, declined the offer, and I'm glad she did. McElroy told the Texas Tribune that a university administration advised her that concern was raised by the administrators because she is a Black woman who worked at the New York Times. The university admitted that significant mistakes were made in this hiring process, primarily due to a failure to follow established policies, procedures that governed faculty hiring. The leaders of the University Black Former Student Network reacted to the news with a statement saying the professor's treatment was unacceptable. How this university treated this respected, honored, qualified, experienced, successful, and tenured fellow AG is unacceptable and would have been unthinkable yet for her race and gender. Wow. Interim president of Texas A&M, Mark Wesch, apologized to the professor following the settlement announcement and noted that Dr. McElroy was a graduate of the university. You got to be kidding. Dr. McElroy is, by all accounts, an incredible, accomplished scholar, he said. She has an accomplished journalist, and she is a great AG. What is that from what I hear? I would hope she understands that we are sorry for what happened. McElroy is currently employed by the University of Texas, Austin, with tenure. Because some Republicans complained, I guess they must be don't like this particular what she was a part of, the New York Times, I guess. I'm glad she declined them. That was a slap in the face. This is what we were saying when they got rid of all these programs that, everybody treated fair. This prime example, no, we're not. No, we're not.
At all.
So, at all. But this time they didn't expect the outcome to be this way. So
They
y'all
can
won't give it
take affirmative action, but they cannot erase Black power.
they
Period.
cannot. This is
Can't
prime.
erase it.
This is the real reason why affirmative action was, because there were people who are qualified. You know, everybody just want to get in place. No, most of the time when Black folks get in these positions on affirmative action, a lot of times they are well qualified. Otherwise, they wouldn't have gotten in these positions. But this lady, I'm so glad. I'm so glad that she did, and she won, and she $1 million richer because of it.
Okay. $1 million richer because of it. Not
Yeah.
only can you not erase her, but now you got to pay her for
Yeah.
trying to.
And you got to publicly apologize, and you got to publicly say, well, we were wrong, and it's in the public that you did that because you was worried about the Republicans.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Anyway, that I'm just so proud of her. She did the right thing. What a slap in your face. Oh, we're gonna take that here, but honey, take this here.
Whatever.
We don't have to set. Listen, let me say this.
You don't have to
I'm
settle.
tired. Yeah. Listen, Anita, I'm tired of crumbs. I want the cake.
Oh, girl.
You've been the crumbs, baby. They time out for crumbs. We want the cake. Don't give me a slice and think that's all I want. No.
Tired of crumbs, don't want the cake. Tired of crumbs, don't want the cake. You can keep your crumbs. You can keep your Scooby snacks. You can keep your little power snacks. Give me the whole. I want the whole cake.
I want the
and
cake.
I don't need you to give me nothing because I'm taking it. That's what I'm talking about. I'm taking it.
Oh my God.
And we love her, and we're glad she got hers. She got that money, honey. Yes, she did. She got that money, honey. Boom. Now what? Now what you got to say? Play with it. She got money and power and a position.
Yeah.
You can't take it. You can't take it. You can try all you want to, but you can't take it. So let me tell you, women, I'm going to tell you, Black women, don't back down. Don't back down. You're an invisible warrior. And guess what? Eventually somebody sees it. Somebody sees it. Now, I mean, there were times that invisible warriors were forgotten about. The courageous, triumphant people who overcame racism and sexism to help win the war and create jobs and opportunities in industry and government and administrative services for not only themselves, but for the future generations of African-American women, little girls who can now know that they can become the vice president. That's what I'm talking about. So there were many who fought before you so that you could have, do, and become. So be, do, and become everything. Don't let anybody tell you what you can't do. I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're 79 right now. Do it. Period. Boom. That's what I'm talking about in that.
That's it.
And got me. Look, you done got me revved up. I get revved up in it. All right, fellas, come on, take us to the next one.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
All righty. Wait, wrong one. Boom. Okay. A Colorado school district is facing a lawsuit filed by 3 families alleging that district officials and administrators failed to protect their Black and biracial children from numerous racial harassment and discrimination. The lawsuit obtained by Atlanta Black Star names the Douglas County School District, its Board of Education, and Castle Rock Middle School principal John Veit as defendants. In the complaint are details from several cases where these students were regularly called the N-word, threatened with violence like lynchings and shootings, subjected to various racial and ethnic cleansing jokes, repeatedly called monkey, and similar degrading epithets, exposed to ridicule and other forms of harassment by their peers, and made by teachers to argue the benefits of Jim Crow laws. Here we go. There was also the mention of a Snapchat group filled with more than 100 students who exchanged racist and discriminatory messages about minorities and marginalized groups. See, this is the foolishness. And the thing is, they know that this stuff is there. They know that it is happening. They know this, y'all. And this is what ticks me off about it. They know it in all the little Snapchat groups. That chat was the center of a complaint launched by former Castle Rock middle schooler Jeremiah Gansey after he was added to it. School administrators never responded to the complaint. Go figure. The suit alleges that Principal John Veit also neglected or refused to put a stop to the harassment even after it was reported to him. They need to admit where they went wrong, Gansey told CBS News after filing the suit. Tell me how they're going to fix the issue and what are they going to do for the students coming behind him. Alexis Clark, another plaintiff in the suit, told local news outlet KUSA that learning of her son's treatment at the school was disheartening. And just to know that his life could be threatened at any point in time because someone just doesn't like him because of his skin color, Clark said. The Douglas County School District serves more than 64,000 students. Nearly 72% of the district students are white. White, only 1.3% are Black, despite the district report that shows that in 2021 and 22 school year, 41% of the Black students were disciplined compared to 16% of the white students. 70% of the students are white, 1.3% are Black. Come on. And 41% of the Black students were disciplined compared to 60% of the white students. Whatever. The suit claims the district denied equal educational opportunities to the students involved, violating the Civil Rights Act and 14th Amendment. The families who filed the complaint not only want compensatory damages that will be determined by a jury, but also to seek an overhaul in the school's district policies and institute procedures to expedite investigations into allegations of racism and hate crimes. This is something else, y'all. This is something else. And yet the governor is still trying to erase Black. Yes, and this governor is still trying to erase Black history here. And look at this foolishness going on. It's going on all over the United States. We have to keep our eyes open. We cannot allow this stuff to just go unscathed, because the more it does, the more it's going to intensify. Look, people, this is a real deal. I know y'all been living in the lap of luxury and been living wonderful. Well, we be able to go to the store. We be able to go to the same restaurants. They ain't got the Blacks only and the whites only signs up no more. Yeah, but they're putting them up in different ways. Pay attention. Your thoughts in that?
Well, you're so right. It's a doggone shame when we have leaders even in this country. It's funny, you want to have a conversation with our vice president, but the person who's over the education part won't be in Miami with the people that they're supposed to be with these children. So, but you want to debate somebody? Oh, okay. I wish she would have, because she'd have ate him alive. But that would have just get that. But that would have just gave him a little boost, because he's way behind in the polls. So yeah. Mm-hmm. Shame on him.
Mm-hmm. Shame, shameful. It's ridiculous, but you know what? And that's why we have to keep our eyes open. And I'm jumping on that and demanding some compensations for those families, because it is ridiculous that in 2023 we're dealing with this foolishness, and it's all because of y'all orange behind president that wears too much concealer, who was president once, who not getting ready to go to jail and wear a jumpsuit that matches skin color. That's why. It's all because of him. Did I say that? Did I say that?
Yeah, you did. Shame you. That's something I would say.
I know. Listen, you don't rubbed off on me in that. I'm so sorry. Listen, I'm sorry, not sorry. But it is. It's the truth. Hey, the truth is the truth. It is what it is.
Yeah,
Boom.
Yeah.
Y'all know how I get when I get angry. All right, fellas. We'll take us to the next. I know these ones make me mad. All right, fellas, take us to the next one.
Moving. We keep it moving.
Oh. Okay, yeah. Oh, all right. Okay. Debbie Allen and Felicia Rashad mother, Vivian Ainers. How you pronounce that? A-Y-E-R-S. Ainers. Allen. All right. Okay. Recently turned 100. And Allen shared several pictures of the celebration with her fans on Instagram on August the 3rd. She posted several pictures of herself with her mother, as well as pictures of her yellow, white, and pink green rose-covered cake on her Instagram. The dancer and former Broadway star also posted pictures of friends and family members speaking at Vivian's Day celebration. And I said, Mom, you're a true Renaissance woman. I'm sorry, Lish, Vivian, Condola, Carmen, JL, Tracy, Natalie, Chloe. Okay, and then the list go on and on. And then we want to say thank you for giving us a path of light, of love, fight, and faith to follow. We celebrate your 100 years around the sun, okay? The YBF Daily fans chimed in after the outlet shared a picture of Dr. Allen, a 75-year-old Rashad. And then those women look amazing. 73-year-old Allen and Allen's daughter, Vivian Nix, 39. Oh, they look amazing. Wow. I just said, Mama was like, all my people getting these good genes. Okay. 100, what a good, true blessing. And she was beautiful as her daughters. Another added. These are people who commented. They have the same smile, and the list go on and on. But when I was reading about her and her husband, there was some conflict there. This lady was absolutely amazing. I didn't know she had poetry. I mean, the fruit don't fall far from the tree with these ladies. The accomplished woman also studied Mayan culture and astronomy, and even translated text on the subject. She has 2 other children in addition to her famous daughters, son Hugh and Andrew Allen Jr. Meanwhile, her daughters have been in film and acting industry for decades. You know, and the list go on and on. But she was married, and something happened a while ago, years ago. I think she shot at her husband, got arrested for it. I said, well, Mama don't play, okay? But it's just amazing that these ladies, this woman is 100. Listen, look, she looked way better than both of our current and former president, okay? I'm sorry I like you, Biden, but you tore up. But she looked, and look at the daughters. And you know, they're in their 70s. These women are beautiful. So that gene pool is definitely a good thing. Oh, yeah. So that was it. Huh?
Toe up. I'm laughing at you saying I love you, Biden, but you toe up.
Oh yeah, I mean you know, Biden what? In his 80s?
Like 80, almost 80, 70.
And then Trump like 3 or 4 years younger. So both of them,
They're
you know,
both
this
looking
woman,
bad.
each
They're
woman
both
almost
lean
20
and
years.
looking
Yeah, they old, and they, you know,
They're
you can
old.
see they're old. You know.
Mhm.
So anyway,
Dang. But at the end of the day, I think that their mother is beautiful. I think that she is,
beautiful.
and I think she lived a great life and raised some incredible daughters. And we do, you know, we give credit where it's due. Black girls certainly rock, and in this case, you know, it's like, look, there's no denial there. And
Yeah.
hey, and don't get it twisted because she wasn't nothing to play with. she shot.
Oh, she
She shot
was, baby. She was accomplished in her own right. She had written books and
and it
stuff.
didn't play. It accomplished and
Mhm.
didn't play. So we give her an applause and a thumbs up for moving worldwide. We do love to share stories like that, and to have your mother that long is a blessing. It is
It's a
indeed a blessing. You
blessing.
living and you 70, you can say my mama is alive. You can call on your mama. It's like that.
Yeah.
To listen. My heart flutters at the thought that you could have your mother that long. So hey.
Yeah.
That's right, go girl. You do the thing, you do the thing, you do the thing. All right, fellas, come on, take us on to the next one. That was a good one. Come on, fellas, come on.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
See, you, yeah, this was not good.
I got the woosah.
Yeah, Wusa, get it out. It's definitely not good.
I know. A North Carolina woman has been charged for allegedly assaulting a child after she threw a soda on him and slapped him in the face. I got to read this with slow. Slapped him in the face with a bottle. I'm going to say that again. She threw soda on him
Really did.
and slapped him in the face with a bottle. Now, I'm surprised she's still living. I'm just going to throw that in there for a quick thing before I keep going.
But
Authorities were called to the scene after 2:30 p.m. on Thursday, August 3rd, to investigate the reported assault of the Sedgefield Garden Apartments in Greensboro. Police arrested 62 years old, Kimberly Jennings, and she is facing 2 charges of assault on a child under 12. The arrest followed the circulation of a viral video capturing the incident. The footage showed Jennings pouring soda on the boy and hitting him with the bottle at the complex near the pool area. According to her LinkedIn profile, Jennings is the property manager at the apartment complex. The victim's family and numerous community supporters gathered at the apartment complex the next day to express their outrage. This is child abuse, said Joella Lee, the mother of the boy in the video. Lee says she was not with her 11-year-old son, Jace, on Wednesday afternoon when the incident happened. She said her children were distraught and she wants Jennings to lose her job. I want her fired. I want her life destroyed. I want her to have nothing and be nothing like she made my kids feel, she said. During the incident, Jennings apparently confronted the children, instructing them to leave the pool area, which was not marked with any trespassing signs and warnings against unattended children. In response, Jace threw a bottle at Jennings after she reportedly pulled his little sister's hair. Jennings then dumped the soda on him and hit him with the bottle. The parents acknowledged that Jennings may have been trying to get the kids to leave the pool, but they assert that her actions were unacceptable, and they were. This is a different way. There's a different way to go about it, Robert Urey, the boy's father, said. You don't need to put your hands on anybody's child at all. It isn't your responsibility. Aisha Hogan, whose friend lives in the Sedgefield apartments, shared the video on Facebook. On her Facebook page. She said her friend China Simone lives in the apartment complex and has witnessed and experienced Jennings exhibiting discriminatory behavior and being aggressive and threatening toward guests and residents. In a display of solidarity, dozens of people held signs with messages like "Stop the Violence" and "End Racism" while gathering at the apartment. Racism will not be tolerated. Housing discrimination will not be tolerated, and we stand behind the family. I have 2 young sons myself, and I know that I would be very upset if anybody laid hands on my child, Kay Brown, the president of Greensboro chapter of the NAACP, said. Baby, I just want to say this. There's no way in God's green earth that sister would still be standing if that was my child. Where she was talking about get my bail money ready. I know that's right. There's no way on God's green earth. She needed to lose a tooth or something.
Well, I saw the video, and Leonard had to tell me to calm down. She poured the soda in his face and on his head, and she hit him. He just looked at her. He didn't, and she was all up in his face. I thought to myself, Lord, please let the mama, big mama, little mama, somebody come around the corner and drag her. Because if I don't care who kid, I would have drugged her.
I would have dragged her to the show.
Yeah, come on now. Come on, lady. It's not a video. Here you are with your grown self abusing a child. Because I guarantee you, if it would have been a parent there, she wouldn't have done that. She wouldn't. So I'm gonna follow up on her and see what happened. Because she don't need, if she feel comfortable enough to put your hand on somebody's child, I don't care if they're black, white, or green. That's not your place.
Exactly.
And it was so degrading because you took and poured it over his head and in his face.
Exactly.
And that was more than a discipline. And she could have fussed at him, but why you had to do that?
Exactly.
I saw the video. I watched the video about 2 or 3 times.
I did. It bothered me.
I just wanted to go and get in my car, and I don't even like to drive and go drive real slow. It took me about 5 days to get there and whoop her tail.
I know that's right. It would have taken about 5 days.
You don't like drive.
5 days ago, you pulled 5. I'm finna drag you. Bill.
But God fixed it where nobody was there, so it will be handled. You listen, they already know where she lived, what her mama name. Look, the internet already found out everything about her, so it's just a matter of time. Boy, she was all in his face, like aggressive. But she assaulted him. Really, that's what she did.
Exactly. Exactly.
Man. Oh, she'd have had to be walking with a limp today. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to repent. She every time she took a limp, Annette did this. Annette did this. Girl, Lordy. But anyway, we're not violent, but when it comes to our children, they're our children. And a grown behind woman, and I don't care if it would have been a black woman, I'd have felt the same way. Get your hand off that child. What's wrong with you?
Exactly.
But anyway,
You don't put your hand on somebody else's
Mhm.
child.
Mm.
You know, it's
No
it,
matter
that's
who you are. Come on, lady.
ridiculous.
Ugh.
And you know, sometimes they be bad, but that's not. And his
Yeah,
father's right. That is not the way you handle it.
that's
There's
right.
another way to handle it, and especially when you're dealing with somebody else's children, lady. Ridiculous.
And
Ooh.
the kid only said something to her because she had already hit his sister. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what she assaulted both kids. But the
Mm-hmm.
one with the video, with the video was the little boy.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, okay, we gonna move
I
on.
know. Come on, fellas.
See,
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
I'll be having a
okay,
Lisa.
this been all over the news. There's probably been more to talk about last week. But anyway, a massive brawl that erupted in Montgomery, Alabama, has been trending online over the weekend and resulted in several arrests. The incident occurred on Saturday, August 5th at River Park at the populous attraction site. It led to viral videos of physical confrontation on social media and local officials calling for justice. The altercation started over a dock space for the Harriet II riverboat, a city cruise that offers dinner and live entertainment, according to report. But into who? I'm not gonna read all that. But listen here, I'm just gonna break it down. They rushed the black dude. He threw his hair up in his hat up in the air in slow motion. Never seen nothing like that. And then I'm telling you, and then he rushed it right. And so they all jumped on him. So the mistake they made is you don't jump on a person, a white people jumping on black one, maybe 6'5",
Exactly.
and all the black the bystanders. So they rushed him. And of course, they took it to him. The women got their butt tore open. I mean, there was I read some negative comment. Oh, they shouldn't hit the woman. But listen, that go for me and any other women. When you see
But
men
she was
throwing
the woman
hands.
in the blue was
Oh, I know
jumping
she was
on the boat and punching people and kicking
Of course
people.
she was, and that's why
She needed her
that's why
butt kicked.
that's why she got laid out. But you already ain't got no wallet game, so you probably should have just stayed by the boat and just say, don't hit him," because baby, they hit you. Okay, they whoop your tail, then they threw the other lady in the water, threw her over in the water, and some people got tore up. Now later on, I don't know why this happened, but there was a man with a chair, and so they go
Because
down.
if you look at another angle, and this is the thing with about the guy with the chair, if you look at another angle, those same people, including the lady in the red dress, had rushed him. And by that time he was getting them off of him. He was going for everybody that had gotten him, and she got it too.
The
They're like,
thing
oh,
was
he should
about
have
him, Anita.
there. Well,
The
she
thing
should have
that
been
really
on chicken on
Oh, she should not. No, she got a little tail tore up. But the thing that's interesting about him, his glasses never fell off. I said, glasses, his shape anyway. So he hit the dude about 4 times with the thing. Okay, I said, dang, and hit the woman. The woman already was down and had got tore up. She was all bruised, and so that's the real reason that he got arrested because he did clunk up pretty good.
Mhm.
But and then after that, the police taking him down and arresting him. Here come the one woman with the little white skirt. So the
I
police
know,
pushed
right?
her down. Like I thought myself, will y'all ever learn? She already got you taught. So they got they behind taught from the front of the boat to the end of the boat. And so this is why this happened.
I watched the lady in the white dress fall about 5 times. I ain't
Me
gonna lie.
too. Oh my
I
God.
watched her
Oh
beat
my
about 5 times when the cop pushed her down. And she
man.
fell in slow motion.
And they told a lie on social media. Some of the white people didn't like it. Oh, they hit the one. But listen, a lot of them women was getting whooped by women. Because the woman that was on the ground, they had tore her up. She was kicking her. She was kicking. They were kicking her, and the dude, let did grab her head. I'm surprised she didn't have no concussion because he leaned all the way back. But anyway, I didn't feel like reading all that. I just broke it down into the way I saw it. And at the end of the day, number one, they were drinking. You could look at him and tell one. You could look at he was drunk the way he was swung at the guy. So at the end of the day, you should have moved your boat. And I do like the fact now we have a holiday called Sweet Tea Party. Now I'm all with it. Instead of tea party, they named it Sweet Tea. Hey, I'm with that. And that's
They let her throw their hands up and play, and it's like, what? I didn't
man, what happened? I didn't even do nothing. And then too, one of the dudes hit the little white fellow that was working. He was trying to intervene. They hit him, so they got charged for hitting him too. The little fella was just trying to break it up.
Girl, wasn't nothing funnier than the dude who jumped in the water and swam over.
Oh my gosh. They call him Aquaman. What is it? Man? Aquaman. That's what his name, Aquaman.
Yeah, I think the memes and the videos after were all funny.
Oh, I was so tickled, not about the
Uh-huh.
woman getting hit because she was already, they had tore her up.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? At the heat of the moment when you fighting, people don't always think right. You just swing, and all he saw was he knew she was one of them, so he just clumped her. Guess he
There was
said,
a brawl,
"Yeah,
and
it
in
was
a
a brawl.
brawl, when
Helford,
you
you
get
stay
yourself in the
down."
brawl, when you get your behind
Yeah.
in the brawl, that's what
That's
you
how
get.
it
The
is.
lady in the
But the
blue dress,
bad part about it, Nita,
at
the
all.
police was right there. You may could have got away, but the police was standing right.
Right.
Oh boy, but anywho,
Girl, we watched that
so
all week last week. I've seen so many angles of that story, and it was funny
yeah,
when I was like, man, I know we weren't on last week. We couldn't cover it in the live, moment. But
yeah,
now, I mean, and it's still the memes are still coming. Somebody
they
posted one the other day
coming.
of a black hat up in the air. He was riding on a plane flying over Birmingham, and he got a black hat in the air. They had a black hat outside the window. I was like, people crazy.
But but we laugh, but we living in a time where a lot of times that's not uncommon. But see, but they didn't understand the beat down. So a lot of time they do stuff to black people, but they gonna have guns and all kind of stuff. But there is no way that we gonna stand there. Women either. There is no way I could have stood there while they beat that man. And I'm a
Exactly.
woman. I'd have found me some rocks or
Got some of the
something,
women that came off and they was tearing that girl in the red up. They was kicking her,
tearing her up.
tearing her up. Yeah, you're not getting away with it. Period.
No, you was hitting too. So hey, fair
Fair
play.
game.
Hey,
Fair game.
Pray. Yeah.
All right, fellas, come on, take us to the next one.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
It's a lot going on in the world, y'all. It's a lot going on in the world, and this is a former Fort Lupton police officer has been convicted by a judge of 2 out of the 3 charges brought against her. These charges stemmed from a botched arrest that resulted in a woman being handcuffed, placed in the back of an officer's patrol car, and then hit by a freight train. Judge Timothy Kearns found the ex-officer guilty of 2 misdemeanors, reckless endangerment, and a 3rd-degree assault after a 5-day trial, stating she ignored what she consciously observed and noting that the railroad tracks and signs on the highway were visible. Lawyers for Ureni Rios Gonzalez said their client's life is forever changed because of the officer's recklessness on September 16, 2022. Jordan Stank was fired from the Fort Lupton Police Department following the conviction, according to CBS News. The department she worked for issued a statement regarding her termination. Video footage used in the case, which was previously released to the public, showed Stank handcuffed Rios Gonzalez under suspicion of involvement in a road rage case and placed her into the patrol car. In the video, the 21-year-old can be heard questioning the officer about where she was going, to which Stank responds that she was taking her to one of the patrol cars, which was parked on an active train track. The officer then left Rios Gonzalez alone in the police cruiser while she conducted a search of the suspect's vehicle. During this time, the officers and the victim heard the loud sound of an approaching freight train. This collision was captured by the officer's body cam and the dash cam of Stank's car. At the time, she elected to place Ureni Rios Gonzalez in the Plateville patrol car parked on the railroad tracks. Why were you parked on the railroad tracks? Instead of her own patrol unit that was safely parked to the west of the railroad tracks. Weld County Deputy District Attorney Lacey Vels said in court, the young mother suffered a fractured tibia, broken arm, 9 broken ribs, and a fractured sternum in the incident. She allegedly suffered a traumatic brain injury. With her lawyers, she has filed civil lawsuits against the officers. I bet, and I don't blame her, because that's ridiculous. It was very negligent, and you deserved everything that you got, and then some. I think it was a little too lenient. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, that's what I would leave any car on the track. It don't matter. One of the first things you want to do is not have a car on the railroad track. I mean, it's stupid. I don't understand what her mindset was.
It's ridiculous. She doesn't need to ever work again in law enforcement. Ever. Nowhere. Not just not work there and then go somewhere else and get hired like they always do. It's ridiculous. But I think it's, it's ridiculous. I agree. Not enough. She needs more punishment. I agree with you right there, Constance. Not enough punishment. Boom. So we give that a whopping little, I know we ain't got, I need something a little more powerful than I want.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find some. I'm gonna find some more powerful, because this is that's a bomb. It's stupid. You leave a car on a railroad track and you put somebody in the car. They can't get themselves out of it. And can you imagine what she was experiencing watching this car come toward the car, watching this train come toward the car?
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Hold up,
All right, fellas. Come on, take us to the next one.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
All right, we're going to try to keep it moving, as we say. A former Ohio cop, Ricky Anderson, no relation. Sorry, just had to go. I'm sorry.
Oh my God! Who said that? And then you wanted to get that out there to make sure everybody know no relation. All right.
I'm sorry about that, y'all. Who has served 30 years with the Columbus Division of Police has been indicted by a local grand jury for the fatal shooting of a 20-year-old Donovan Lewis almost a year ago. Anderson faces charges of murder and reckless homicide in connection with the shooting that occurred on August 30th, 2022 on Sullivan Avenue. Body camera footage from the incident show Anderson opened the door to a bedroom in an apartment and immediately firing at Lewis, who was in bed. No weapon was found on Lewis, who appeared to be holding a vape pen at the time. Lewis was handcuffed, taken out of the apartment, and received life-saving measures, but he succumbed to the gunshot wound at a nearby hospital. The coroner's report showed that Lewis died within minutes of being shot in the abdomen, causing damage to internal organs before the bullet lodged in his pelvis. Tests indicated the presence of nicotine and THC in his blood, but it did not confirm whether he was under the influence at the time of the shooting. It don't matter, he was in the bed. The officer had a history of citizen complaints, including issues relating to the use of force and violating police rules dating back to 2001. He retired from the police department March 2023 in bad standings due to the ongoing criminal and administrative investigation. Although Mr. Lewis' family is pleased that his killer was soon face a jury of his peers, they are incredibly disappointed that it took so long to come to the conclusion in the first place. They continue. Mr. Lewis' family understands that although there are many good officers doing their best to protect citizens, when an officer violates policy or breaks the law, they must be held accountable. As like with the former president. As prosecutor pursued Mr. Anderson in the criminal case, we will continue to fight for justice and accountability in our civil case. Our hope is that no other parent has to bury their child as a result of a reckless act by a member of law enforcement. Cute kid.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the bed. So he's been doing things for a long time. Now he got caught. 30 years. They don't tell him what all. I mean, he may have been a good cop, but he wasn't good that day.
And it took that one day. And I'm glad that they finally are seeing justice. My heart goes out to the family, and it's so sad they couldn't save him. But oh my God, that's a sad story. But I'm so glad nowadays, Annette, that we're starting to see some type of vindication happen for some people.
We sure are. You see it. Mm-hmm. You see it. So
yeah. God's eyes are not closed, good people. All right, come on, fellas. We're almost done.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
Okay. All right. Sheila McNeil Burgess, founder and CEO of Freya LLC, located in Annville, New Jersey, USA. Freya Jewelry is revolutionizing femtech beauty innovation created by women for women who are suffering from the discomfort of hot flashes. Our current collection, designed and manufactured by top crystal jeweler in the world, features our patented proprietary nanothermal cooling technology to provide easy on-demand relief with no charging required and no adverse side effects. Our bracelets are a beautiful way to beat the heat so you can keep your cool. In 2016, I literally woke up one morning in September with two words in mind: cooling jewels. I had no idea what it would become or how I would bring the words to fruition, but I have a passion for solving problems. My belief is that they only need solutions. So I approached every challenge with that mindset. You better go ahead, girl, with your cooling jewels vision. With that mindset. No, I've never had a background in jewelry or mechanical engineering, but I didn't let what I didn't have or what I didn't know stop me. I knew this life challenge needed new options to address the discomfort. And I believe women are so dynamic that we deserve anything and everything that will be beneficial to enhancing our quality of life. That's what motivates me. Watching beautiful women handle their business with confidence. I have two launching my MVP, most viable product to market, receiving positive feedback from verified customers, and successfully obtaining the patent for tech innovation we developed. This journey is not for the faint of heart. It's not fun or easy, but I wouldn't change even one of the most difficult challenges I've faced. You asked me about the most debilitating obstacle I've experienced, dealing with the isolation of being a woman-led startup at 50, go girl, and having limited financial resources, which requires creative ways to get things done. But I'm relentless and nothing stops me. You better go, girl. That is what I'm talking about. Relentless and not giving up. I like that. I like that 100%. And we give you a thumbs up. Your thoughts on that?
Oh, I just love her. She's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I like strong, positive women. You know, say, yeah, I don't care. I'm not gonna let nothing get in the way of what I'm trying to do.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, we give you a total Black Girls Rock tunes up, applause, and all that good stuff. And yeah, that's the bomb.com. I'm gonna have to look her up and that. Give me one
Yeah.
of those tools.
I
Give me
made
some
I need about 3 or 4 of them on each arm.
give me some cooling jewels.
Like,
So,
you're like,
listen, I got two fans blowing on me right now. I need some cooling jewels.
listen, I got one right now. That's why my hair blowing like Beyonce right now. 'Cause I'm hot.
Girl, don't do it. Don't do it. Not the Beyonce fan. All right, fellas, come on. Come on, fellas, take us to the last one.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
Oh, girl said I have blowing like Beyonce.
Okay, the last one here, Diane Judith Nash is an American civil rights activist and leader and strategist of student wing of civil rights movement. Nash campaigns were among the most successful of her era. A leader and a strategist of the student wing of civil rights movement, Diane Nash was a member of the infamous Freedom Riders. She also helped found the Student Nonviolent Coordinating, ooh, Lord, I tore that up, Committee, SNCC, and the Selma Voting Rights Committee campaign, which helped blacks in the South get to vote and have political power. We still need that even today. Her efforts include the first successful civil rights campaign to integrate lunch counters. Wow. The Freedom Riders was a desegregated interstate travel co-founding the Student Nonviolent Committee, and co-initiating the Alabama Voting Rights Project and working in the Selma Voting Rights Movement. Raised in Chicago, Nash initially wanted to become a nun as a result of a Catholic upbringing. Also known for her beauty, she would later become runner-up for Miss Illinois. Wow. Right then, huh? But Nash path changed direction when she attended Fisk University after transferring from Howard University. It was there that she would witness segregation firsthand since coming from a desegregation northern city. Her experience in the South resulted in her ambition to fight against segregation. This helped gain congressional, I don't even think I'm in church, congressional passage of the Voting Rights of 1965, which authorized the federal government to oversee and enforce state practices to ensure that African American and other minorities were not prevented from registering and voting. Isn't that something that you still see that going on now? During the civil rights era and shortly after, many of the male leaders received most of the recognition for its successful. But we do know, we already talked about how women are overlooked, As the civil rights era has been studied by historians, Nash's contribution have been more fully recognized. In 1995, historian David Halberstam described Nash as bright, focused, utterly fearless, with an unerring instinct for the correct tactical moves at each increments of her crisis as a leader. Her instincts have been flawless, and she was the kind of person who pushed those around her to be at their best. That's the kind of people you need, y'all, to have around you. Be gone from government. Either, be gone from the movement. Either you're going to do, in other words, I'm going to help this sister out. If you don't want to do it, get out of the way. Somebody else will. In December 2021, the Metropolitan Council of Nashville and Davidson County voted to name the landing in front of the courthouse where marches led by Nash confronted Mayor West regarding segregated downtown lunch counters, the Diane Nash Plaza. And that's the same place she marched at, they named for her. An early effort to name the park in front of the courthouse for her failed because rules prevented Nashville parks from being named for living people. Okay. On July the 1st, 2022, the White House announced that Nash will be awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom. And she is still living today. So yeah, her story needed to be told.
Yes.
You know, that is this Diane Judith Nash.
Awesomeness.
Yes.
Awesomeness. And you're still here and you're here to receive your award.
Yes.
So we give you definitely a team's up. That's a great story. Thank you for sharing that. All right, good people. That is our last tea time topic. We love y'all. I'm so glad we had this time together, but we gotta go.
Oh.
But before we do, we want to share a few things with you guys. Please, ma'am, sir, the video you're watching is either on Facebook or YouTube. We ask that you please make sure you subscribe, like, and share. Give that thumbs up, give us a heart, give us some love, show us some kind of love. Subscribe, like, and share. The other thing that we ask you to do is to please, ma'am, please, sir, sow a seed. We're a nonprofit organization. You can sow via Cash App. Our Cash App is $Movement Worldwide. Our Zelle is info@movementworldwide.org. Or you can become a patron by going to our website, movementworldwide.org. Click the link and join patreon.com. You can set up your account, set your amount. We ask for $12 a month. That's just 40 cents a day, $2.80 a week. So please sow a seed. The other thing is you can follow us everywhere. You see that globe above Annette's head. That's Movement Worldwide on all platforms. And email us your thoughts, views, comments, praise, reports, prayer requests, and topic ideas to info@movementworldwide.org. Now for the rundown of what we have going on all week. Listen, they got it going on with a skit. TNT with the Andersons every Tuesday night. The Andersons greet us from Annette's organization. She has an organization, great organization called SOAR. You can find SOAR at AnnetteLAnderson.com. That's AnnetteLAnderson.com. So go to AnnetteLAnderson.com and look at all the things that she has to offer. But on Tuesday nights, they're gracing us with their presence with TNT. That's Tuesday Night Talk, where we take flight and soar. That's Speak, Orate, Articulate, and and Reverberate.
That's you go all the way around. I'm saying, hey.
Okay, we'll go in a circle one day. That's Speak, Orate, Articulate, and Reverberate. There you go, Francesca. Speak, Orate, Articulate, and Reverberate. So with all of that good stuff, listen, we want you to join Annette L. Anderson and her husband. They have their skit. It be going on, y'all. It be so enough going on. And then on Wednesdays, join us right back here. Come right back to this platform where we like to have a threefold conversation. We let our hair down, just have a good moment, just have a good conversation. Isn't it fun? Join us right back here every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Oh, on Tuesday nights, they're at 8 p.m. live on Facebook and YouTube, by the way. Tuesday nights, live, Facebook and YouTube, 8 p.m. Wednesday nights, 7 p.m. live, same platform. You can come to this platform and join us for the threefold conversation, starting with the idioms and phrases that make you go, That's our transformational topic. Then we rip the Band-Aid off, have the heart to have conversation. That's the power tool. And then we go from the news, keeping it light, but keeping it real with our tea time topics. It's Wednesday nights at 7. And we'll be back on our Clubhouse platform. We love Clubhouse. You get to just chill. Listen, it doesn't tax you. Come on, join us. Go to the App Store, download the app, look for the Movers and Shakers, look for that globe, our Movers and Shakers room. Look for me, look for Annette. We can get you there. But if you can't find it, if you're still technologically challenged, you can always do this. Bam! Text the word movers. I know y'all missed my drum solo to 954-820-5050. What? 954-820-5050. What? 954-820-5050. What? 954-820-5050. All right. So text the word movers to 954-820-5050, and we'll get you a link right into the room in progress. And you'll also get notifications when we're live and when there are things that are happening with movement. And then on Sundays, join us right back here on this platform, Facebook and YouTube, live Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. for Power Walk Sunday, where we inspire and motivate you to walk into your God-given destiny with power and conviction, where there is always, say always, Annette.
Ways.
Where there is always a word for you. Your last thoughts, Annette.
Yes, I want to just piggyback on what Anita's topic was earlier. Winners never lose, quitters never win. So keep on keeping on. Get that Kim anointed, keep it moving. Don't let nothing stand in your way. And that is what I want to share.
Don't let nothing stand in your way. Listen, to all of you invisible warriors, keep the faith, stay strong. We love y'all and we see y'all. We see. And guess what? Whose eyes are not closed? God's eyes are not closed. God sees everything that we do. All right, good people. So it's time for us to go. Thank you so much. We love you all. We appreciate you all so much, but we got to go now. So we're going to give y'all some love. And we're going to blow some kisses. Mwah, 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 mwah. And we'll see y'all the next time on one of these many platforms. Good night, everybody. Another milestone reached by yours truly, Anita Faye Wilson. The Wow Effect, available everywhere. Get your copy today. Wow. Be blessed and be free. I think I'm going to play that one more time. Another milestone reached by yours truly, Anita Faye Wilson. The Wow Effect, available everywhere. Get your copy today. Wow. Be blessed and be free. Walk into your God-given destiny with power and conviction with Power Walk Sunday. Each and every Sunday at 10 a.m. live on multiple platforms.
Making sure that toxic relationship we came out of don't make us bitter, but make us better. Yes. And so you're looking for somebody good out there, but you're not good yourself.
Absolutely.
So the thing about it is working within yourself. When you go into the relationship as your best and they go into the relationship as their best, then you have a great relationship.
Absolutely. Welcome to another amazing episode of the TMC podcast.
As we continue to help you take your relationship from surviving to thriving.
TNT, that's Tuesday Night Talk with Annette L. Anderson. Every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. live on multiple platforms. Go where you can soar. That's Speak It, Orated, Articulated, and Reverberated. When we eat well, we live well, and all will be well. Go to elbewell.com, join the journey, and take your life back. If you don't have your copy, get yours today at Amazon.com. That's Living Life One Quote at a Time by Annette L. Anderson. Helping us grow spiritually together. Tired of the fluff and puff of playing church? Ready to be a powerful vessel? Ready to work the word? Join Connie Green every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. And we're here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. live with Can We Talk? Your co-hosts, Annette L. Anderson and Anita Faye Wilson, with Tea Time Topics, where we discuss trending subjects and current events. You can also discuss these with your Can We Talk coffee mug. Email us at info@movementworldwide.org. They're $15, and that includes shipping. Make a donation via Cash App at $Movement Worldwide, or go to our website,
click the Patreon button and sow a seed of $12 per month. That's 40 cents a day. Whatever the seed, it's greatly appreciated. Be sure to follow us on all platforms. Click the notification button, subscribe, like, and don't forget to share.